This video is to help you if you bought a vehicle in Oregon without a title, but it was previously registered in the state of Oregon. So if it's coming from another place outside of Oregon, this will not work. But if it's coming from the state of Oregon, this will work. The forms that you will need are: 1, you'll need a bill of sale; 2, you'll need to get an application for replacement title; and 3, title and registration. What you're going to do is you're going to fill out the plate number if you have it. It's not crucial, but what is crucial is the year, make, and VIN number. If you happen to get an old registration, they will say the old plate number and the old title number. Those are crucial to have if you have them. If not, no big deal. The DMV can take care of that. Then you put the buyer's address. You put the buyer's name. It's crucial that you read this because it goes last name, first name, middle name. Then you put a date of purchase. Now, something to keep in mind is this: if you buy this, you have to title it within 30 days, otherwise there will be a transfer fee. So my suggestion you use, if you buy it, don't put the date until you're ready to go to the DMV, then put that date before or that day's date. If the seller's making you do this, just fill it out, but then go 30 days before the date that you put on here, otherwise they're going to charge you a fee. So you put your address, and then down here, skip these two because you're not an authorized representative of business. You go right here, and the seller who's selling you the vehicle puts their name and then puts their signature and their address, and that's it for the bill of sale. That'll help you when you go to apply for the title. Now, the application for replacement title. This you can help fill out, or the old owner can fill this out. But basically, all the old owner needs to do is give you a signature. With that signature, you can fill the rest out. It's basically like filling out a bill of sale. Same thing. If you have the plate number, you put the plate number, but what's crucial is you need the year, make, style, and VIN. With the VIN, they can pretty much do anything. If you have the old title number, put it in. The other thing you'll have to fill out is whether it's gas, electric, or etc. Then what you do is you put the old owners, so the previous owner's name, you put their last name, their first name, and their middle name, and you put that they were the owners. Then you put the address that they gave you with the registration, or the address that they knew that they had the car owned there. Then you put the city, the state, and the zip code, and the county of residence. And if they had a joint ownership, then you would put that joint ownership's name here. That's it for this form. You don't need to do anything else, just the yellow part up here. So line 1 is the yellow part, line 2 is yellow part, line 3, line 4, and line 5. And if you have another person that was on that title before, line 6, and then line 16. And that's it for this form. What this will allow you to do is that's basically applying for a loss form, but it's also giving you the right to register the vehicle under your name. So all you have to do is go in with that and this. Now, on top of that, to be able to register it under your name, this is what you do. You put the VIN number, if you know the previous Oregon title number. No big deal if you don't. Then you do the plate. If you have a plate, most cars here in Oregon, if you buy them and they still have an active plate, they'll actually transfer to you. So you'll get the plates. And sometimes you get lucky and you have a couple months left or a couple years left on those plates. So you pay a little bit less of a fee, but you get to keep those plates. So you put the plate, you put the year, the make, the style, and if you have a big truck, that's where you would put the regular weight or length. If you have a farm ID, then you put that, fleet account. Most of the time you need to worry about these three, unless they ask you to at the DMV, or unless you know that you need to worry about them. You put whether it's gas or electric, same like on this form, and then you move on to here. Then you put what the odometer says. If it says 143,000, you put 143,000. If it says 3, then you put 3. That's what you have here. And then this is your discretion. If the mileage is true, if it's not true, then check one of these boxes. And then this is crucial. Do not fill this out until you're ready to bring this to the DMV. Otherwise, they might question you. Same thing with like that within 30 days. Then from there, this is where you put your information. Again, read. It says last name, first name, middle name. Then you're going to be the owner. They're going to ask you for your ID number. They're going to ask you for your date of birth. So you put your Oregon number, whatever state ID number, whatever, and put your birthday. Then you put your address. This is where you live. So you put your address and then your zip code and your city and your county. Now, if you have somebody that you're registering this vehicle with, say a wife or significant other or a co-owner, this is where you would put their name. And then after that, you put their ID number and their date of birth. From there, you go down and you sign it. Now, for those who are in the DEQ area and are wondering how to go around DEQ, this is your loophole, and it's very simple. You just have to know what to do and know how to answer the questions. Otherwise, they can catch you doing this. This is for your own discretion. Doesn't mean I do it. I'm not admitting that this is what I do, but this is the loophole or the walk around. You fill this out normally. Now, the way to do it is it asks you fine print right here, location of vehicle if different from residence. This is where your loophole is. You put where the vehicle will be living. So I would just find an address of a friend or a family or relative that lives outside of the DEQ area, and you put their address right here. So you can put something outside of Washington County. I know Washington County has DEQ. I'm not sure of any other. I think Benton doesn't have DEQ, but I think they may. But I know for sure Baker's out of it. There's a couple other ones. You put that address here. You put the zip code, the city, and the state, and then you put the county right here. Now this will allow you to bypass DEQ. So when you get to the DMV, you fill all this out and you fill this out, and then they'll ask you, "Oh, is this where the car will live?" You say, "Yes, this is where the car lives." But you tell them this is where it lives. They'll ask you, "Oh, where's your DEQ?" No, the car lives here, doesn't require DEQ. But you live here and the car lives here? Yes. You live here, car lives here. That's all they need to know. And then from there, it's pretty straightforward. You won't have to get DEQ. They'll hand you plates on the spot if you need new plates, or they'll hand you new registration on the spot if that's all you need. But same thing. So all you're filling out here is our line 1, 2, and 3. And then you go down on line 4 and fill this out. And line 5, 6, and 7, and 8 if it applies to you. And then if you want to bypass DEQ, you go line 10 and 11 and put where the car lives. And then the signature down here. This you can read and answer at your discretion. I didn't have to fill this out when I went to the DMV and wasn't asked. I'm sure that they can help you at the DMV to fill this out. But this is all you pretty much need for a vehicle that doesn't have a title in Oregon and you have a seller that's willing to work with you. But this won't work if somebody sold the car to this person and this person's selling it to you. You need to get the original owner of the vehicle for this to work, and you need to get them to sign this for you for this to work. Otherwise, you'll be kind of out of luck. But if you have their information and you can reach out to them, then you get them to fill this out, then you're pretty much golden. The only thing you have to be careful for is that they won't have any liens on the title previous. If they do, then you have to work around that, and that's a little bit more complicated because you have to prove that it's been paid off and whatnot. Hopefully this helps. If it helps, great. If it doesn't, great. But this DEQ workaround works. I've done it for over 3 cars, and my cars live at this place. And that's all you need to know. If you have any questions, shoot them on the comments down below, and I'll be happy to answer them.